Well, hello. Welcome to this episode of the Blerd Talk podcast, brought to you by the Blerd Initiative. In this episode, we will be discussing a topic that was brought to my attention by
Uh-oh.
somebody in the Discord, and there was a YouTube video that he had shared with us, and it was discussing how overfunding, just the Western culture overfund failed images of Black men.
Oh, okay.
And he kind of wanted us to share our thoughts on it. Uh, so when I watched the video, it was like I was thinking like stuff like I don't think necessarily failed, because failed is like subjective. You don't know what exactly his failure is to each person, but I do know they push a lot of images of like Black men and like what violent gangster situations, or they're incarcerated or stuff like that, right? So I'm thinking like you can't base failure on everybody else. What, like, you have different images of Black men, like Pursuit of Happiness, right, with Will Smith. I know, Ken, I know you like that movie. Yeah, so you got movies like Pursuit of Happiness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they celebrating a Black man who was struggling. I mean, I guess that could be considered failure, right? But at the end of the day, he comes out on top, get the stock exchange job, or I believe it was job that he wanted. He ends up being one of the top whatever of that company. But how many movies or TV shows or even anime or whatever case can you find images like that where a Black man comes out on top? What other images in media? And I said like popular media, but I'm sure you watch TV before, Alex. I'm sure you watch like media in general. You consume some type of media. So where else have you seen that a Black male is struggling, he's doing whatever he's doing, but there's a plot twist in the end and he comes out on top? I know you can think of something.
Nah, that's the issue with it. I don't I don't consume enough popular or even like TV media or shows to even really say anything. Like I watch a bunch of anime. We really ain't in anime like that. Not the anime I watch. All right, but no, like there isn't. I was sitting there thinking for a good like 20, 30 minutes yesterday after I watched the video. And I was like, all right, I get what this person's point is, saying that it's the same that we talked about in many of our podcasts, that our representation is wildly different than anyone else's representation. And I was talking about this more than news and media source of what they put on TV versus what you see out there. And then always make the comparison saying, like, look, if we didn't do those things, they couldn't put that on TV. Like, if we weren't doing those things, if we weren't talking about it, if we weren't making money off of doing those things, they couldn't put it in the media. So when you think about it, at least in the TV realm of episodical like shows and things like that, I was like, huh. The last show that I like consumed was Bel Air. Okay, episode 1 of Moon Knight, I guess is recent, but the last show I like finished was Bel Air. I mean, everyone in that show is Black, so like it's kind of a weird bias because like some people succeed in Bel Air, some people don't. But like overall, it always depends on what you think success is. If you think success is having money, everyone succeeds in Bel Air for the most part. So like, and then still it depends on what you think failure is. Like, do we face adversity? Yeah, but that's the point of having a character. Like all characters face adversity at some point. That's why we like characters. We don't like characters because they're perfect and amazing. They have their hardships. So when we're talking about episodes again, like I was talking with Jock and he was trying to give me like some things. He was like Flash, and I was like, I've never even watched it. Don't care. And
Wait, Flash? There's a Black person in Flash?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Kid Flash.
But what is that? How does that correlate with?
I don't think he was trying to tell me if that person, followed the trope of it or not. But honestly, when I sat there and thought of it, I was like, the last movie I can think of outside of Black Panther, for obvious reasons, that I thought that had like a prominent Black character that I remembered at least was Morpheus from The Matrix, like the first Matrix. And I was like, okay, do I consider Morpheus a failure? And like, not at all.
I don't think
that'd be strong AF.
No, not even past strength. Like, think about his story narrative. His entire thing was finding the one. He found him. Arguably, for whoever thinks the one isn't Neo and all that stuff. Not to say you're wrong, but just bypass all that. He found the person. That literally was his motive, was to find Neo. He did it. So I guess the argument for that could be, well, yeah, but like, look at what they put Morpheus through. Like, he endures like, a torture scene, getting beat up by the agents and all this other stuff, and no one else had to endure
I think anybody would
yeah, anybody.
But
As far as that, anybody would have got like.
So, and Morpheus literally gave himself up to save everybody.
Yeah, so I'm like, I see that as a leadership role. I see that as protecting your people. I see that as strength within your unit. He was the entire leader of the Nebuchadnezzar. I think it was Nebuchadnezzar. Yeah, so I'm like, but I was like, maybe that's a bad example. So it's like, let me try and think of something else. But that's the thing, I couldn't. That's where my thought process ended. I was like, I don't have any other popular news sources, popular media, popular movies. So I don't watch movies like that.
But
I don't.
Okay, well, even okay, go Kenny.
No, because I was gonna continue on from when you were talking about Pursuit of Happiness.
Okay, good.
I know you asked me that, and then Pursuit of Happiness. I was just talking to Alex about that yesterday. Literally, that was funny you brought that up. I was just talking about Pursuit of Happiness.
I know that's one of your you like that movie from what I remember.
Yeah, I like that movie. It's a really good movie. Man started from the bottom and went through a lot of. Yeah, exactly.
I never even watched it, but I hear it's good. Once again, I don't watch this stuff.
Yeah, so it's like the movies that people have issues with, or the people failing and stuff like that. It comes to the thing where it's just like where I always say, I know Dante always gets on me about it, where it's just like, somebody's upset about a game. I'm like, just don't play the game. It's the same thing as don't watch the movie. Like,
I mean, yeah. So, at the end of the day, like, you have that choice to just simply not watch it. So yeah.
So it's just like I don't really watch a lot of when I watch movies, I don't look out for movies like documentaries or stuff like that, or certain films or something like that. I'm usually watching like fantasy, like like Harry Potter or some shit like that, and it's just like, I don't really like watching. Every time everybody's like, "Yo, this documentary came out for this movie," I'm like, I don't give a damn. Like, unless it has action or fantasy in it, I don't really care. So my movies, like, viewpoint for like movies and characters that are black characters that are probably failures or whatnot. The only other black character I could think of that was like, but he's not really a failure is Blade in the Marvel universe. That man a beast. So, but
that's what. So. But these are examples that we can have. So I couldn't, to be honest, Alex, I couldn't think of any movie where a black character failed necessarily. Yeah, I consume more media apparently than y'all. Like, watch more movies and stuff like that. Like, I can like Luke Cage, obviously Black Panther. Those are like
that's a good character
genre. Yeah, it's a different genre of everything. So as far as nonfiction, or every movie is probably fiction, but it's based off of something. So like you said, Alex, you was like, if we don't portray this type of
if we don't do that imagery, behavior, you can't put it on TV.
Right. So the argument can be made, well, all races, black, white, orange, blue, do these things, but the media highlights us. So that argument can be made against what you're saying. I mean, you're right, but I mean, what is your rebuttal as far as that argument, though?
I'll agree with that. Yeah, we do get highlighted and targeted for doing those things, but those things that we do are also the things that we take praise and pride and make money off of.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a double-edged sword. Either you take the consequences for doing those said actions, or you eliminate it completely. Like, for example, let's take like the entire rap game and rap game culture and all these beefs and things like that. People literally go ahead to do that when they can walk away from a lot of these things. They can walk away from many of these things.
It's not even that now. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, it's that, but it's like now, not to go too off tangent, but they just supposedly rap beefs now. They're really like going to jail and killing each other for, where before it wasn't necessarily. It was just, they kept it strictly
rap battle, right
within the music. So, that damn sure don't help.
Yeah. So once again, if you didn't indulge in this, and if you didn't profit from doing these things, then sure, I'd really have a bigger issue with it. But yes, the media does target us in that particular way. But depending on whatever narrative that the media is trying to get you to believe in, they target everyone in those kind of ways.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the point I'm trying to get to here. It's like, if you weren't making money off it, if you weren't proud about it, if you weren't putting it in everyone's face, if you weren't putting it in everyone's ears with your music, if you weren't putting it in all your videos, even for the people, the Black creators who do it, then it wouldn't be a thing.
And
so
also,
I'm thinking, actually, no, one of the last episode things I watched that people were flaming about, but I actually enjoyed watching, and yes, I watched the original content, was Cowboy Bebop. And Jet was, from what everyone has said, and I agree as well, Jet was the best character that came out of Cowboy Bebop. And he was a Black character. And everyone in Cowboy Bebop fails to a degree. Even Jet. Like, Jet is trying to piece his life together, what's left of his life together.
right.
And most of the time, something that goes right for him afterwards goes terribly wrong for him. And that's not, I don't think that's unique to him being Black. That's unique to his character being written and the things that are going on for him. Because everyone faces failure in Cowboy Bebop and they have to come to terms with it. That's what makes it so incredible. But I don't think necessarily Jet as a person is a failure.
And it's also like films like, I don't know if y'all seen those old gangster films like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, stuff like that. So
yeah,
the depiction that's being illustrated in front of us is like, you know what I'm saying, poor, we just killing each other over the dumbest shit ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but those, you could take that and say these are the images of like we're violent Neanderthals or whatever, right? But those movies have messages at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's like, can you really say that's Western culture promoting failures of Black men? You know what I'm saying? Because that mean killing each other is
that's
a failure.
that's actual thing. I think
that's what happens.
Yeah,
Right.
I think the problem is that when it comes to even like media exposes like everything. They throw out everything. But I think the problem is that once something of, you know, like Black or something like that comes up, everybody just so it's just like, but the media is like literally talks like Fox News like 2 years ago or something. There was not a day I didn't hear nothing about Trump. Like, I was like, bro, I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about this man. So it was just like they everybody talks about everything, but the time of when it's of the Black people, or everybody, some people like take it to the extremes. Like, why are they always putting us on? I was like, they put everybody on there, just not us. It's like they have hot top. Like we just finally wind down from Will Smith smacking Chris Rock.
I don't think we still, it's still out there. So
I mean, yeah, it's still out there. The memes are still going. Them shit's going forever.
Like, I can't go on Google without hearing something about Will Smith.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look up Skyrim mods, and I'm getting
Like, so Will Smith.
like,
but like I was saying, like, they choose the hottest things to talk about, and the thing is that the media is somewhat smart when they do it. They know people get upset when they see Black people doing XYZ, or like when they post it on the news. So they know people get upset and they get riled up and everything. That shoots their numbers up. They're like, fuck it, we're just gonna keep doing it. So it's just like, yeah, like, if you don't like take mind to it, like realize it's there. But like, if you keep pushing people on it, like, oh, why y'all doing this? People are just gonna keep posting it because it's getting you to watch and getting you to talk about it. Like,
so
you talk like
it's a mind game.
Yeah, it's that's basically what it is. But people aren't realizing. Like, I stopped indulging in social media such a long time ago when they came. I think the last time like I really indulged in, like, you know, violence and the stuff from like the Black community is the Ferguson thing. And when they literally fucked up that whole city.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh no, I'm done. I was like, that's it. Like, you literally like fucked up a whole city. You even fucked up black companies. You just did the whole city wrong.
This violence just for the sake of
violence. Just violence. This is violence for the sake of violence. So I'm like, yo, y'all keep doing this violence. Media's gonna keep posting it. Y'all gonna be like, why are they always talking black people? It's because, like Alice is saying, you doing it. So
there are caveats to that though. So like there are some areas where there were peaceful protests of it, but the media didn't portray and show those peaceful protests. They instead went to show the violence that was happening.
Yeah, exactly. That's because they knew it was gonna get them talking. They wanted to get the numbers up. So it's just like, if you want to stop what the topic is, was it black men? If you want to stop that, stop drinking water. Not drinking water. Stop drinking its water. Stop drinking their water. There, that's what I meant to say.
2022. That's what we're gonna take. That's what we're gonna portray at all this. See,
stop drinking water, black.
My bad. I know y'all know what I meant, but stop drinking their water. Stop it. Stop watching I'm just gonna talk about it. I'm gonna post this. Look what they posted. Look what they did this. Look what they. Man, all you doing is making the situation worse.
No, I should clip that. Stop.
What the Blerd talk thinks about this topic? Stop drinking water.
What?
That's exactly.
You gotta have the what's that green Muppet? No, who's doing all this? I can't remember. Kermit when he's typing the whole time.
Yeah, but that's like, if you want to stop it, stop drinking that water, because all they doing is just feeding you shit all day, and all you doing is getting hot. And then as you get hot, you tell, did you see what they said about this? Oh, I'm gonna look at it. Did you see what they said about this? And then Fox over here just like, the
algorithm kicks in, and then it's all over the place. Yeah. So to answer the question, yes, they do overfund it, but in Alex's opinion, well, probably in all of our opinions, it's our fault why they do it.
There's a profit from it. It's like when you're talking about Boys in the Hood, and I was like, all right, let me go.
Good movie.
Because one, I haven't seen this in forever, but I was like, let me see the things that came out of Boys in the Hood. Right, this thing was nominated for so many different categories and won so many different categories. And one of the best it literally won the Young Artist Awards, Outstanding Young Ensemble Cast and Motion Picture. It also won Hall of Fame Motion Picture. It won Best New Director. It won National Film Registry. It won Outstanding Motion Pictures for the NAACP Image Award. So that's literally our people.
And also that jump started pretty much everybody that was in that movie. It jump started their career.
Their career, yeah. So everybody's career jumped from that.
You can sit here and just be like, oh, they funded put these images out in the movie and media.
Yeah, but look who came out of it though. There's
always gonna be consequences to actions.
And all the movies, I guess, the one time you can talk about the failure of a white person, it's kind of not that. It's Radio. But I don't know if y'all seen that movie.
What's about Cuba Gooding?
Oh man, yeah, they forced us to watch that in high school.
Radio. That is a good movie. It's a sad movie, but it's a good movie. But at the end of it, that man succeeded. He graduated, right?
I'm gonna hope he did. I just remember since I was, I was a kid. I remember when he had the radio and he was running down the street. And I was laughing.
Oh my god! Stop, dog. But no, he wasn't.
I'm
really
assuming he graduated.
Yeah, I think he graduated at the end of the movie, but he wasn't really the smartest cat. Mm-hmm. But he made it through. That man was.
Yeah, he received an honorary diploma and a Letterman's jacket. Filmed with clips showing the real life radio and coach leading the football team.
Yeah, so it's just
I wonder 2003.
So the issue. Well, go ahead, Kenny.
Just back to what I was saying.
NAACP Image Award. It won that too. And it won Outstanding Actor for
we our people gave ourselves that award.
That's the thing. So I don't really have remorse for it like that, because people choose what they want to do, and the media can choose what they want to put up on the screen. But it's up to you if you want to watch it and indulge in it.
And
That's all.
like I said, Kenny made, and now like even yeah. So it's like now since I sat back and I'm thinking about what Kenny said, he's right. Like this out there, the positive images are out there.
But people don't think them.
out there.
But we don't consume that because it's not as entertaining. I mean, I know there are people out there who wish to see, like, Black Panther was like huge from the main part that it was a Black man who was a king of a country who was succeeding. You know what I'm saying? He's a king of a whole entire country, whether it's fictional or not. That representation was there, and people flock to that. There are other movies out there that's like that,
right? It's just like when I was watching because I've been listening a lot about Jordan Peterson. I've been thinking a lot because Jordan Peterson is a freaking fantastic man. You got to look him up. He's a great person.
We talked to we've consumed some of his stuff. I put a video.
But the thing is that what I realized when he's doing most of his interviews and stuff for people would rather go to the negativity than the positivity. They rather go to the negativity than the positivity. And it doesn't make any sense. He could give somebody a compliment and they will just brush it over and go to the next thing. And it's just like,
yeah, you gotta paint a picture. Narratively, you have to paint a picture of a certain way because the media does have an agenda that they're trying to fill. But I wanted to circle back on Black Panther. So remember, you're like, representation matters and people saw us as kings, Dante. In that exact same sentence, you can also say something like, look at Black Panther. There's black on black violence all throughout this film.
Nobody did that.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. Especially when they went see. Exactly. But once again, though, you can spin things however you want it.
Did they really do that?
Yeah, people did that.
I need to find out people and block them on social media.
Like I said, it's just people flock towards the next. We've gotten to a state that everybody just wants everything to be fucking negative. I don't understand it. Like, I look at a lot of things that are going around, and I'm just like, yo, I'm happy to be alive, happy to be this, happy to do this, happy to be here in America, happy to be here. But everybody just flocks to the negative. I try to stay positive, and that's why Alex always says, yo, you got to take those negative people out your life because all they're gonna do is just drag you the fuck down. Yeah, so it's just, but the problem is that there's just too many negative people, and people like to focus. If we can have one story, this Black person created blah 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 blah. Started from here, created this blah 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 blah. Created this new battery for these energy cars, like all this stuff, right? Do this. Yeah, there was a gun shooting down at Subway.
That's an article about someone writing about black on black crime.
I see that. I'm probably going to ignore it for now.
Yeah, so it's just like there's been a shooting in Subway. It was a Black man. He was shot by another Black man. That story is going to outshine the one about the dude creating the battery for new electric cars because, and the thing is that nobody's going to know about this until like later on. They'll be like, wait, this happened. This.
Or they just may not know about it at all. It's the same everywhere. Yeah. That's what happens with our politics. Think about everything that happened with COVID, right? In the past 2 years, you've heard nothing but COVID, right? When do we hear about the laws being created in Congress right now? When do we hear about what's being voted on? When do we hear about freedoms being taken or extended to us? We don't hear about none of that. All we hear about is COVID. There's reasons for that. Same thing with the Rage Machine. I mean, literally what we're talking about is the movie Social Media. I think it's called Social Media. They go through the whole Facebook algorithm and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, social media, fantastic.
Yeah, that's literally all we're talking about. But once again, a lot of the times I always sit here and look, and it's like we always think it's unique to us, and it's not. Like, no, it's not. It's everybody else. Buzzwords that people love to click on. For example, you can run any sort of like thing and just say Black police officer shooting, billions a click. Billions. With these certain buzzwords that you just throw them around.
And you're right, because it could say Black officer survived shooting from bank robber or something like that, right? Or something. But you see Black, like, and you're absolutely right. You see Black, you see shooting,
what the officer, buzzword race is of the moment.
Yeah, see, I typed in Google Black man. I got black man to Black Manhattan. Black man shot in the head by police.
How you go from Black Manta
to Black man shot? No, okay. Black mannequin head. Black man shot. Black man killed by a white girlfriend.
My white girlfriend. That's what I'm looking now.
So
It
it's just,
literally go. It's like chill. It's like for me, black. I type in black man. Google gives me black man. So I'm like, all right, black man.
Black
here.
Manhattan.
Black
Black man shot
smiling in
dead.
the dark. For me, black man smiling in the dark. Black man emoji. Black man's burden. I'm like, oh, we're getting dark now. And then black man killed my white girlfriend.
But the thing is that people blame. See, the thing is that the one thing I don't like is that people blame like, oh, why does Google not blah 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 blah? And I'm like, no. Google,
This is what searching.
Google
This is what people
searches go
Right.
from what you look for, because it happened a time when I remember back in the day, you would type ebony woman and that shit would come up all porn, and people and women were mad at that, and it was just like, bro, it wasn't Google that did it.
right.
We did it.
We
So
want to see
now-
porn. So
now they fixed it.
We want to see.
So now they fixed it. But I remember Google was getting hindered by that, and I had to like shut someone up off that because they were like, yeah, man, Google's me like raises as they see black women is only for porn. I'm like, you know, Google goes by worldwide searches, right? So if someone types Google woman, they just, and the next thing they type is porn, guess what Google's gonna be like? Great algorithm, Google white women, porn, got it, cool.
they say they like this is nothing to do with the topic, but they say black women are like the most sought after.
They are the most searched on porn because, you know, they want to see some big booty cheeks clapping. Anyway,
So I was gonna say, like, can we circle back,
circle
please?
back.
Like,
Circle back.
yes.
The question is, does the Western culture overfund images failed images of black men? And the answer is yes. Alex is saying,
man, it's mixed. It ain't just black and white.
No. Let me finish.
So Alex is saying, so the answer is yes, right? But from Alex's perspective, it's our fault, right? Kenny, you're saying we want to hear this shit. so from the general consensus, like, is that it's our fault why the Western culture overfunds black images. And I can get behind that. I'm not mad about that at all. I don't know whoever listens is gonna be mad about that, but I mean, that's you got something. People wanted to because the guy shout out to Vagran Gaming in the Discord. He wanted to hear our opinion. So I hope he's entertained. And I hope that he he comments and speculates when the episode airs. But
he just leaves the chat.
just leave the whole Discord. I'm like, oh no. But no. But yeah, so the answer is yes, but it's our fault.
Clip done.
And with that being said, we're gonna wrap this up. All right.
Exactly.
Any closing remarks? No, everybody good? All right. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of the Blerd Talk Podcast. This wasn't as bad as I thought. I don't know. I was like, oh, how am I gonna carry this?
Yeah, no, it's like it wasn't gonna be a long topic in the first place because it's just like, bro.
We're actually it's like it's like the average.
Yeah, that's fine. Half an hour is good.
Yeah. It's like, bro, y'all. No, we just gotta stop doing stuff, man. We just gotta stop doing. We gotta start killing each other and stop killing each other in the streets. We gotta start doing a lot of things. And the thing is that people don't realize is that you gotta have, if you want something to go away, you have to have a squeaky clean image.
Mm-hmm. Like Will Smith had one, and now look at him.
Mm-hmm, yeah, it only took one slap. One slap is all it took. Yeah.
Wait a minute, put your arms down. But yeah, so that's what conclude this episode of the Blerd Talk Podcast. This man's he about to Millie Rock for no reason. Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, peace out, Tuesday town.
What do you keep saying that?